Donald Trump is a name that everyone knows, often associated with controversy and division. So, when his name surfaced for the Nobel Peace Prize, the world was shocked. How could a leader known for tough talk and America First policies be considered for such an honor? The debate goes beyond Trump himself. It's about what peace really means and who deserves recognition. Supporters see a rule breaker who made progress. Critics see a showman who destabilized the world. This forces us to look past personal feelings and examine the facts of his presidency. Did his actions make the world safer, or did they create new risks? Trump's style, loud, public, and often combative, contrasts sharply with the quiet diplomacy we expect from peacemakers. His use of Twitter and public confrontations made it hard for some to see him as a force for peace, yet his unpredictability, supporters argue, broke through decades-old deadlocks. The Nobel Peace Prize has always sparked debate, sometimes honoring divisive figures. Trump's case challenges us to consider, is the prize for the most peaceful personality or for those who deliver real results? This story isn't just about one man, it's about redefining diplomacy in a turbulent era. As we explore Trump's candidacy, we'll look at the deals he made and the wars he didn't start. The question remains, can unconventional methods truly bring about peace? Let's examine the arguments and decide what kind of peacemaker the world needs. One of the strongest arguments for Trump's Nobel nomination is the Abraham Accords. For decades, peace in the Middle East seemed impossible, with most Arab nations refusing to recognize Israel. The Trump administration broke with tradition, building relationships between Israel and Arab countries first. The Abraham Accords, signed in 2020, normalized relations between Israel and the UAE, Bahrain, Sudan, and Morocco. A historic breakthrough. These agreements opened doors for trade, tourism, and security cooperation, reshaping regional politics. Trump's team, led by Jared Kushner, used incentives and direct negotiation to make it happen. Critics called it transactional, but supporters saw smart, results-driven diplomacy. The accords created new alliances, especially against Iran's influence, and showed that progress was possible even without solving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While not a complete solution, the Abraham Accords proved that old hostilities could be overcome. For Trump's nominators, this was a clear example of peacemaking worthy of global recognition. The region's political map changed overnight, and the world took notice. Whether you agree with the methods or not, the results were undeniable. The Abraham Accords remain a milestone in modern diplomacy. Another pillar of Trump's peace candidacy is his unprecedented diplomacy with North Korea. Before Trump, tensions were sky-high, missile tests, nuclear threats, and open hostility. Trump shifted from threats to direct talks, meeting Kim Jong-un in 2018, the first time a sitting U.S. president met a North Korean leader. The Singapore summit was historic, lowering tensions and pausing North Korea's major weapons tests. Subsequent meetings, including at the DMZ, kept dialogue open, even if no final deal was reached. Critics dismissed these as empty photo ops, but supporters argued that direct engagement broke a dangerous cycle. For people in South Korea and Japan, the reduction in threats was a tangible form of peace. The world watched as Trump replaced the specter of war with the possibility of dialogue. While denuclearization didn't happen, the immediate threat of conflict receded. Trump's bold personal approach changed the dynamic on the Korean peninsula. The summits didn't solve everything, but they proved that even the most entrenched enemies could talk. For many, this was a real achievement in reducing global risk. The question remains, is opening the door to peace enough to deserve the prize? Trump's North Korea diplomacy left a mark that can't be ignored. Trump's supporters point to a simple fact. During his presidency, he didn't start any new major wars. In an era of endless conflicts, this set him apart from recent presidents. He campaigned on ending America's involvement in foreign wars and took steps to withdraw troops from Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. Critics warned of instability, but Trump insisted the U.S. should stop acting as the world's policeman. His America First approach prioritized domestic interests and challenged decades of interventionist policy. Supporters saw this as overdue common sense, resisting pressure for new military action. The absence of new wars became a cornerstone of his Nobel candidacy. Peace at its core is the absence of war, and by that measure, Trump's record stands out. While targeted strikes and tough rhetoric continued, large-scale conflicts did not. For many, this restraint alone made him a credible candidate for a peace prize. The debate: does avoiding war count as peacemaking or is more required? Trump's record forces us to reconsider what peace leadership really means. Trump's Nobel nominations sparked global debate, dividing opinion along political lines. Supporters hailed the recognition, arguing his peace deals would have been celebrated if achieved by anyone else. Critics ridiculed the idea, pointing to his withdrawals from international agreements and divisive rhetoric. The controversy highlighted a deeper question: is the Nobel for character or for concrete achievements? Past winners have also been controversial, showing the prize is never just about popularity. Trump's nominations forced the world to confront what the Peace Prize should represent. Even with signed agreements, the definition of a peacemaker remains hotly contested. The debate over Trump's candidacy became a mirror for our own values about peace. In 2025, Trump was nominated again, this time by Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, amid a devastating war in Gaza. The timing and source made the nomination even more controversial. Critics saw it as political theater, especially as Trump supported Israel's military actions and authorized strikes elsewhere in the region. Public reaction was swift and skeptical, with many seeing the nomination as absurd given ongoing violence. Supporters argued it recognized Trump's unwavering support for an ally, believing peace comes through strength. The nomination exposed deep divisions over what actions truly promote peace. For some, backing an ally in war is necessary for long-term security. For others, it's the opposite of peacemaking. The 2025 nomination added complexity to Trump's legacy as a peacemaker. It showed how the meaning of peace, and who gets to define it, remains fiercely debated. Trump's story became a case study in the politics of peace. The Trump Nobel debate boils down to one question: should the prize honor style or substance? Trump's aggressive approach clashed with traditional diplomacy, yet he achieved breakthroughs like the Abraham Accords and direct talks with North Korea. He was the first president in decades not to start a new major war. If the prize is about results, his record is hard to ignore. But critics argue that words and tone matter, and that true peace requires trust and cooperation, not just deals. Trump's actions, they say, created new anxieties and weakened alliances. His legacy challenges us to rethink what peacemaking looks like in a divided world. Is peace a matter of stopping wars or building lasting relationships? Trump's nominations remind us there's no single path to peace, and the debate is far from over. In the end, the world must decide what kind of peacemaker it wants to celebrate.